Namaste, welcome back to Sitapragna channel, and you are watching AWS real-time cloud projects for beginner to expert level. We are in season 6 and we're implementing these projects as networking engineer role in the networking engineer role. And I think so far we finished about 8 projects and we still have did we finish 8? Yeah, and we still have I think 8 more to go. I think we might have finished 6, 7, I guess. So today we are going to do project number 72, and this is going to be about content acceleration on Edge. So let's find out what this is about and how we can help them. Hello, I lead a crew of astronauts on a 5-year mission to study multiple planets in the habitable zone of a newly discovered star. I appreciate your assistance. No problem. How can I help? During this long mission, crew members communicate to families and friends on Earth through a web portal. I have been hearing complaints from our crew members about the slow loading time on the portal. It's taking them forever to view images and videos from their loved ones. We need to find a solution to speed things up. Understand the frustration. We can definitely improve the loading time by using Amazon CloudFront. It's a content delivery network that can distribute your static content efficiently. By creating a distribution with multiple origins and behaviors, we can optimize the delivery of both static and dynamic content. That sounds promising. So with this setup, how exactly does CloudFront help speed up the loading time for our crew members? With CloudFront, the content they access will be cached at edge locations close to their location, reducing the round trip time to the origin server. This means that instead of waiting minutes to load a file, they will experience significantly reduced latency, potentially down to milliseconds. That's impressive, but what about the dynamic content? CloudFront can also proxy API requests to the origin server, ensuring dynamic content is delivered efficiently. This way, the crew members can enjoy fast loading times for both static and dynamic content on the web portal. That's fantastic news. One thing we have been concerned about is any potential failover events. Is there a way to ensure uninterrupted access to the web portal during such situations? Absolutely. We can set up an origin group with CloudFront, which allows for rerouting during a failover event. If one origin server becomes unavailable, CloudFront automatically switches to an alternate server, ensuring continuous access to the web portal for our crew members. That's a great failover mechanism. Our crew members have also mentioned occasional error pages when accessing the web portal. Can we customize those error web pages to provide a better user experience? Yes, we can set up custom error pages in CloudFront and design user-friendly messages to display when errors occur. This way, our crew members will have a smoother and more informative experience even if something goes wrong. Lastly, sometimes we need to update the content quickly. Is there a way to ensure that any updates we make are reflected on the web portal in a timely manner? We can quickly invalidate content in CloudFront, meaning we can force the edge locations to fetch the latest version from the origin server. So whenever we make updates or changes, we can ensure that the crew members will see them without any delays. Excellent. It seems like CloudFront has all the features we need to enhance the web portal experience for our crew members. Let's go ahead and implement this solution to improve the loading time and overall usability. Can you help us implement this solution? Yes, of course. Great. I can't wait to see this in action. Okay, so our learning objectives will be create and configure CloudFront distribution, which we have done in one or I think 1 or 2 projects. Configure CloudFront origin group to provide failover capabilities. Configure a custom error page in CloudFront and create and test distribution invalidations in CloudFront. I don't think we have done this deep, but definitely we have created and configured. So let's start this. Let's go to the video concepts and again go through these videos, watch them. if you watch them recently, that's okay. I mean, there is nothing you're going to lose by watching again, but it's up to you. But if you haven't watched these videos yet, I would highly recommend you to watch them. And you can access these videos from the URL that will pop here. Click on it, it will take you to AWS tutorials for beginners playlist on our channel. And in that playlist, search with these titles, you will find these videos, watch them, and then come back and watch the rest of the project. In this solution, Amazon CloudFront is used to address the slow loading times experienced on the web portal, greatly improving overall usability for crew members. Users access both dynamic and static content through a CloudFront distribution. CloudFront is a web service that speeds up distribution of static and dynamic web content such as HTML, CSS, JS, and image files to users. CloudFront delivers content through a worldwide network of data centers called edge locations. You create a CloudFront distribution to tell CloudFront where you want content to be delivered from and the details about how to track and manage content delivery. If an object that you are serving through CloudFront is unavailable for some reason, your web server typically indicates this by returning a relevant HTTP status code to CloudFront. To handle errors if content is not available, a custom error page is configured on the distribution, which is /error.html. To provide rerouting during a failover event, an origin group is configured and associated with a cache behavior to have requests routed from a primary origin to a secondary origin. CloudFront routes all incoming requests to the primary origin, even when a previous request failed over to the secondary origin. CloudFront only sends requests to the secondary origin after a request to the primary origin fails. To remove a file from CloudFront edge caches before it expires, you can invalidate the file. To invalidate files, you can specify either the path for individual files or a path that ends with the asterisk wildcard, which might apply to one file or too many. You can add cross-origin resource sharing, security, and custom headers to HTTP responses returned by your CloudFront distributions with CloudFront response header policies. The security headers policy managed policy adds a set of security headers to all responses that CloudFront sends to viewers. So this is talking about how we can create and configure CloudFront and its features. So let's go ahead and look at what we are going to do as part of practice lab goals as well as DIY. Practice lab, we are going to create and configure CloudFront. Then we'll create and test distribution invalidations. And then we'll configure a custom error page in CloudFront. Then we'll configure CloudFront origin group to provide failover capabilities. As part of DIY, we will edit the default behavior of distribution to add security headers policy, which you can see here. And then we'll test the CloudFront URL and check for a new response header in the browser's developer tools, which is content type options, no sniff. All right, let's go ahead and start the lab. Let's start the lab. And we don't have any files to download. Make sure you read the concept. I will only read the concept for the ones that I am not aware of, but I would recommend you to pause the video, read the concept, and move on to the next page. Okay, let's go to S3 and let's review the primary bucket. As you can see, one is in east, one is in west. And in the primary bucket, they already placed the error HTML, index HTML. Index HTML is the HTML page that will get triggered whenever we hit the URL for the website or web application. So they are asking us to click on the index and we'll copy the object URL. And then if you enter it, it is saying access denied. Okay, so for that we are going to go to EC2 and there is already an instance running, which is the app instance. Let's copy its URL, and if we hit the URL, you are going to get this page, this information. Which is just telling you about that HTML page. I am assuming this is all part of the HTML page. And then right now let's go to the CloudFront. And in the CloudFront, we are going to create CloudFront distribution. And we are going to copy paste the bucket URL, the primary bucket. That is going to be the origin for us. I mean, whenever somebody hits the CloudFront URL, it's going to fetch the data from it. That's what the origin is. Okay, CloudFront works seamlessly with any AWS origin, such as S3, EC2, Elastic Load Balancing, or with any custom HTTP origin. And we are going to select legacy access identities. Okay, and then we are going to create new OAI, origin access identity. Okay, and we are going to give the bucket name or bucket URI or AR, not ARN, URL, and then let's create it. And then we are going to say yes, update the bucket policy. So it is going to automatically update the bucket policy for us with appropriate permissions. And then viewer protocol policy, redirect HTTP to HTTPS. If somebody types HTTP, then it will send it to HTTPS. And I think the remaining we are leaving as is. Okay, under cache key and origin request, let's select cache policy and origin request policy, which is the recommended one. And let's select caching optimized. And then let's review response headers policy. They're asking us to review because I think as DIY we might come here and create it. And then we are going to not enable security protections. So do not enable security protections. So from WAF, so we are turning that off. I mean, since this is not about security, so we are not selecting that. Otherwise, maybe usually in real time you might be enabling the security protections. In the price class, we are selecting North America and Europe. You can select all over the world. Again, the price changes based on what you pick here. And then supported HTTP versions HTTP2, and then default root object is index.html. The remaining leave it as is, create the distribution. Then let's go to origins. It will give us the, oh no, okay. So a custom origin is an HTTP server. For example, a web server. The HTTP server can be an EC2 instance or an HTTP server that you host somewhere else. An S3 origin configured as a website endpoint is also configured as a custom origin. So we are going to go and then create origin. And we are going to paste the EC2 URL because that's the URL we want to hit. Not hit, but when we, okay, so let's paste the EC2 URL. Although we want to serve content and HTTPS to users, we want to keep the HTTP connection as the origin to reduce the TLS overhead. This is configured by setting the origin protocol policy to that one. So let's pick that one. And then additional settings, I think let's enter that as 60. Keep alive timeout. Okay, let's create that. Once we have the origin, let's go to behaviors, create behavior. Okay, and path pattern is pattern is /API, and origin is again paste EC2 URL, and then redirect. Okay, and then we are going to cache policy and origin request policy same, and then caching disabled all viewer. Okay, what are they doing here? Let's read through here. In the cache key and origin request section, review to ensure that cache policy is selected. For cache policy, choose caching disabled. Caching disabled is a managed cache policy that disables caching. The policy is useful for dynamic content and for requests that are not cacheable. Okay. For origin request policy, choose all viewer. This is again a managed origin request policy that includes all values, headers, cookies, query strings. Okay. Next. And now let's go ahead and copy the URL domain name. To use your own domain name instead of the one that CloudFront assigned to your distribution, you can use an alternate domain name also known as CNAME. Okay, now all we have to do is go to a browser, enter it there, and it will show you something like this. In the web page, you can see the different headers that CloudFront has forwarded and appended to your API endpoint. If you go here, you can see Amazon CFID and other headers forwarded for accept language, etc. Okay, and I mean you can also view that by going to what source, I guess. How do you get this? More tools in the browser, then go to network, then click on that CloudFront one, and then you can see the headers here. And we are going to create invalidation. Invalidation means when you have data caching, right? Sometimes it will be stale. So how do you invalidate and refresh it? So go to invalidation and then just put slash. You can specify in the object path because we already set index as the default root. Then create invalidation, which is completed. When you submit an invalidation request to CloudFront, CloudFront forwards the request to all edge locations within a few seconds, and each edge location starts processing the invalidation immediately. As a result, you can't cancel an invalidation after you submit it. Return to the browser with the web page served by CloudFront and then reload the page. On the headers tab in Developer Tools, review the headers created by CloudFront, including where it says missed from CloudFront. It may take a few minutes for the Xcast response header to change from hit from CloudFront to miss from CloudFront. Okay. And then what is this? In a new browser tab, address bar, paste the CloudFront domain name that you copied in earlier step, append /random at the end, and then press enter. The address should look something similar to this one. Review to ensure that an access denied message is displayed. You can get a forbidden response from S3 behind CloudFront because the file does not exist. By default, CloudFront caches this response for 10 seconds. If an object that you are serving through CloudFront is unavailable for some reason, your web server typically returns a relevant HTTP status code to CloudFront to indicate this. For example, if a viewer requests an invalid URL, your web server returns an 404 status code to CloudFront, and CloudFront returns that status code to the viewer, and it stores for 10 seconds in the cache. So even if this path is added for 10 seconds, it will still show the access denied. That's what this is trying to say. Okay, now let's go to error pages, and we are going to customize the error page. Instead of that, we already have an error page.html, right? We are going to create it, give it that. So create custom error page, and HTTP error code, we are going to choose 403 forbidden. Error caching minimum time to live is 60. Customize error response, yes, and we are going to take the error.html and give this a value 200. Okay, then let's create it. Now it's created. Okay, if you go and click that, then instead of the previous error message, it will say, oops, this is a nice error page. This is the error page that they uploaded. Okay, and then you can add different. Okay, where are we going with this? Return to the error page section in the previous browser and then click create custom error response. We are going to create error response. Okay, now we are going to say 504 gateway timeout, and time to live 5, then yes, again slash error dot html 200. Okay, let's go back. Okay, and how are you going to get gateway timeout if the server is not available? So go to security groups, edit inbound rules, and delete it. Wow. Okay, delete it, save it. Now if you go there, it says, oops, this is a nice error page, content acceleration. So whenever you get both those 403 or 504 error, you are going to get this error page hit and shows like this. Now let's go to the secondary bucket for the failover and review the secondary index.html. I don't know what we will review. Okay, let's go to origins again. Okay, we will create origin, and this time we are going to paste secondary bucket and then legacy, same thing, and the origin access identity is going to be primary bucket though, and then the yes, update the bucket policy, enable origin shield, no. Okay, that is done. You can specify an origin group for your CloudFront origin if, for example, you want to configure origin failover for scenarios where you need high availability. Use origin failover to designate a primary origin for CloudFront plus a secondary origin that CloudFront automatically switches to when the primary origin returns specific HTTP status code failure response. So we are going to create that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and create origin group. Okay, and it obviously we are going to add both the origins that we created, and we are going to name this origin. Nowhere they are mentioning. That's fine. Okay, we are going to name it origin group, and then we are going to say whenever you see 403 comma 404, then fail over to the other one. Okay, then we are going to go to behaviors. Edit and choose the, okay, so we have two, right? Okay, choose that one, managed caching, and the one without for static and dynamic. Okay, after editing it, change the origin groups to origin group. Previously I think we might be selecting the origin, and I think the redirect HTTP and HTTPS it still can is still the case, and I think even previously caching optimized, I guess no change. Here are we selecting anything? Nothing. This is a page from the secondary origin. We now support origin group and failover. Why did it go? Because the server is down, right? We removed that. So oh no, actually we are hitting this HTML. Hold on a minute. I thought we are hitting the, and I think that's it. In a new browser tab, address bar, paste the CloudFront distributor address that you copied earlier. Append slash to the end, and oh yeah, that's the one. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I think this is all about different how we configure CloudFront, and there are a lot of things that are involved here. I hope we can replicate them properly. So let's go ahead and click on S3. Okay, we have primary bucket. Let's click. I don't want to copy the error though. I want to copy the URL. Isn't there that option here? Okay, that's fine. Okay, hold on a minute. Objects. Okay, this is the buckets, but previously, I mean, that's, I don't think, how about this one? I don't think even this one it is. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Was it URI or this one? What is it? Okay, we need to go back and check it, I guess. But that's okay. We copied both of them. And let's go to EC2. I don't think we are coming back here. Instances. Click on this. And security. Networking. Uh, cannot get slash. Okay. Are we supposed to put something else? Let me see. Slash API, is that what? Are we supposed to put slash API? Okay, yeah. I think looks like we got same one. It's just the formatting. I guess that's fine. It doesn't matter. Maybe they are using a different browser. Okay, we got that. Copy this. I am going to paste it somewhere. Okay, let's go to CloudFront. Okay, let's create a CloudFront distribution. And it's already giving us this. Never mind. Let's pick that. Okay, and the name itself is that. Then this is going to be legacy access identities. Use a CloudFront OAI to access the S3 bucket. Okay, and since we don't have it, let's create one, and it's going to be the same bucket name again. Create it. Yes, update the bucket policy. No, that is fine. No, and we are going to select redirect HTTP to HTTPS. That's it. That's it. And we are going to select this recommended cache settings, and we are going to leave it for caching optimized. And this one is optional. We are not going to pick. And then do not enable security protections. And we're going to pick North America and Europe. We don't want to create alternate domain name, so leave that. This is optional. Leave it. Leave it. Of IPv6, I don't know. Leave it. We didn't touch it, but what we are supposed to give is this important one, which is the default root object, which is index.html. So let's create the distribution. I think pretty much that's it. Okay, let me close this and let's go to origins. Okay, and whatever we created, you can see it here. So let's create origin. Origin domain is going to be, hold on a minute. Okay, now let's click origin. Origin domain, it's not going to be this. Let's go and pick our EC2. That is our application, right? Okay, and then we are going to say HTTP only here, and I think that is fine. Name, that is fine. Origin shield, no. Advanced settings, those are default, but time keep alive timer is going to be 60. Okay, then let's click create origin. Now let's go ahead and create behaviors. Okay, there is already a default one. Create behavior, and the path is going to be slash API, and origin groups is going to be origin, and origin groups is going to be EC2, and then compress no, and again this is going to be redirect, and this is, that's fine, that's fine. And here we are going to select that, and cache policy we are going to select caching disabled. This is for the dynamic content, right? Why do we have two origins? We have S3 for static content, EC2 for dynamic content. And dynamic content, obviously you don't want to cache because it's dynamic, it will change all the time. So for that reason, caching is disabled. Origin request policy, we are going to put all viewer policy for all parameters, so everything is going to be forwarded. Okay, then I guess pretty much that's it. Create the behavior. Okay, now let's go back here and let's copy the distribution domain name, and let's try hitting it. Let's see what we are going to get. Access denied, response sent by API slash API. Let's try that one, and it's saying access denied. Okay, so let's go back and let's invalidate. Okay, so first of all, I don't know why is it, oh, it's still deploying. For that reason we got this one, we are not supposed to get it. Okay, now I think it's deployed. Sorry, F5. It's still deploying. Okay, but anyways, if I hit the, these are changing as you can see, but this is still deploying. I don't know how long it will take. Okay, it's done. Okay, and we can see that it is getting hit properly. Now we need to, I think they told us to go to, is it view page source? No, not page source. They said more tools. I don't know what is the equivalent of that on Chrome. I never do that. Okay, I think this one, network, and it's supposed to show the headers or something. Okay, let's click this one. Headers, as you can see, I think these ones, what they want us to see is, there is one particular one. What is the one that they want us to view? They went to network and then they got this. I don't know, for some reason I don't see that. Okay, let's check it. I don't see them here. Is that the same? I see CFID, but I don't see Xcache. Do you guys see it? I don't see it. And there is nothing on network. I don't know how come he is getting those. This is changing. I can see that, but I don't see that X cache or whatever it is. And oh, okay, here we have it. Maybe here we will have, yes, miss from CloudFront. Will that change? Okay, it's saying miss from CloudFront. I don't know how when that will change. Okay, I think when we invalidate, I guess. Okay, let's do that. Let's go ahead and let's create invalidations. Create invalidation, and we are going to give slash create invalidation. That's in progress. Okay, I don't know how long this will take. Let's see. It's still in progress. Okay, let me pause and come back. Okay, it's done. Let me go here and instead of API, let me hit something that is not there. Random. Okay, it said error from CloudFront. Error from, maybe that's what it is. Okay, what are they trying to tell us here? Okay, for us it's still did they hit the slash random? Oh no, they are just telling us to use the same one. I don't know, I don't understand what they're trying to say here. Let's see. If you need to remove a file from CloudFront Edge caches before it expires, you can do one of the following. Invalidate the file from Edge caches. The next time a viewer requests the file, CloudFront returns to the origin to fetch the latest version of the file. Use file versioning to serve a different version of the file that has a different name. For add object paths type create invalidation, you can specify in the okay. When you submit an invalidation request to CloudFront, CloudFront forwards the okay. I think we need to just give a slash. Okay, hit from cloud. Okay, that's what I think they want us to say. Hit from cloud. Okay, good. Okay, so hit from CloudFront means it went and refreshed and got it. Okay, we did the random thing and we already saw that one. Okay, let's go to error pages now. Since we have seen error, so let's go ahead and fix that. Distributions, click on that. Error pages, create error response. Code, I think the first one was what, 403? Forbidden. And let's select this 60. Customize error response, yes, and it's going to be slash error dot html, and this one we will pick 200. Okay, create. Okay, does it take time? Okay, content acceleration on the edge. Oops, this is a nice error page. Okay, now let's go ahead and create another one which is for 504, again 60, yes, slash error dot html and the same thing. But in order to generate this error, let's go to EC2. Let's click on that. Click on the EC2. Let's go to security groups, edit inbound rules, delete that, save it. And now if I run this, oh, not random. If I just run this one, okay, why is this struggling? Isn't that what they did? Yeah, but why am I not getting this one? Is something missing? Okay, it's supposed to give me, oops. Oh, now it gave. It took some time. Okay, never mind. Anyways, it worked. So both the error pages or error responses that we created are working. Okay, now let's go ahead and handle the failover. For that, we are going to go to distribute. Oh, we are already there. And we already got the second bucket. So let's go to origins again. Let's create an origin. And this time we are going to pick the secondary bucket. Okay, and then we are going to pick the legacy, and here we are still picking the primary, not the secondary one. Yes, update the bucket policy. Do this. Oh, it doesn't let us change these ones. Okay, that's fine. Let's create the origin. Let's go to behaviors and let's click on the default one, edit it. Oh, no, we have to create the origin group, right? I almost forgot origin group. Let's put both of these in there. And let's name this one, and we are going to, whenever we see 403 404, go pick that one up. Now let's point this to the origin group. I think the remaining yeah, as this. Okay, that's it. I think that's it. Let's go here, and now if we go and do this, this is a page from secondary origin. We now support origin group and failover. Nice. Okay, I think that's about it. We were at least successfully able to replicate the primary practice. Now let's go and do this DIY. Let's see, what is it? Edit the default behavior of distribution to add security headers policy. Okay, do we know where we had to do this? Oh, it is still deploying because of the change. Oh no. Okay, let me click this one. I remember the header setting somewhere. Is it in security? No, no, both are same. Okay, is it here? Okay, default behavior. Okay, they are just clearly saying default behavior. Let's edit this. I think this is what they're asking us to do. It's deploying. Let it deploy. We need the CloudFront distribution ID anyways. I think it is this one. Let's paste it. Test the CloudFront URL and check for a new response header. X content type. Yeah, as you can see, no sniff. I think you will only get that once you selected that option. Security headers policy. I think let's click validate. I think this should work. So we cannot sniff around when we select that. It means they won't show us. I think that's about it, guys. I mean, it's pretty straightforward if you ask me. All we did was we created two origins, one for dynamic, one for static, S3 for static, EC2 for dynamic. We also created a failover to a secondary bucket, and we put custom error files whenever we have 403, 404 errors. And we also provided the customer error response. I guess, I think, let me know what you guys think about this particular project. About It's about CloudFront, right? I mean, if you're listening, you know it's about CloudFront, but let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, well, both look the same. I think they are tired of giving me this. There used to be three, now there are only two. I think in the next season they will only give one, I guess. Like, okay, this is what we are giving reward. No, no choosing. And even fireworks, I don't know. This is just software. They can put fireworks all over the place, but they tend to only give like. Okay, I think we will level up. Okay, we are at 139. Nice. And it's feedback time. Exit full screen. Go ahead, hit the like button and also go ahead and comment. And we are going to do quiz. Don't go anywhere. And again, let's see who is going to win in today's quiz. Is it you, me? And I will check all the comments, so don't worry about the comments. I will check and I will respond as well. Most probably last project I would have lost because I got 4-2, I guess. Which Amazon CloudFront feature can be used to quickly redirect traffic to an alternate origin during a failover event? It's origin groups. One love. Yes. Now I think CloudFront options make sense because previously I wasn't not that clear about CloudFront and its options. CloudFront provides integration with WAF for additional security and protection against web. Yes. To love. To love. And by the way, as soon as I show the question, you guys should pause it and then answer your question. Don't check my answer. Don't cheat. What is the purpose of cache invalidation feature? Cache invalidation is not remove specific objects from cache before their automatically refresh the cache for all objects in the distribution. Either remove. Which one is this? It's either one of them. I think I will pick this one. Oh no, it is this one. Oh no. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Let me know what you guys chose. Did you guys choose the right one? 2-1. It looks like I'm losing this one as well. How can users configure custom error pages in Amazon? Oh, we can do it. Specify the error pages in the origin server's configuration. No. Modify the CloudFront distribution. No. Update HTML error pages to an S3 bucket and reference them in the CloudFront distribution settings. It is this one, right? CloudFront distribution settings, right? Yeah. 3-1. 3-1. Last one. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know how you guys are doing. I'm assuming you guys might be 4-0. Which Amazon CloudFront Manager response headers policy is used to add a set of security headers to all responses that CloudFront sends to viewers? Ah, we already did this. Security header policy. 4-1. All right, I think that's about it. Let's do this one. But yeah, go ahead in the comments. Put my score as well. My score is 4-1. Whatever your score is, put it there. Let's see who won. If you won, then I will definitely reply back saying like you did an amazing job, which clearly I didn't. So go ahead, put my score as well because I will forget my score because this video will be posted. By the time you will be seeing this video, it's like 2 weeks after I recorded it. So go ahead, comment my score, which is 4-1. Automatically build and deploy a pull request to a test environment. Okay, what are all this? Code build, code pipeline, code commit, code deploy. Oh my, this is going to be trouble. Okay, let's see. No, I think code commit comes here. I think code pipeline goes there. Okay, I think that's what it is. Let's see. Yep, git repository, build, deploy. Yes. Wow, I didn't think that I'm going to answer this correctly. Trust me. I did CI/CD implementation, but not on AWS. All right, that's about it. All. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Go ahead, subscribe, like, comment. Don't forget to like and comment because I'm not seeing that many likes on these videos. I'm making this just for you guys. Okay. I mean, I'm learning as well, but yeah, I don't have to pay $35 every month and upload it. I can just do this and not upload it, but I'm uploading it for you guys. So please do like it so that it can reach to so many other people as well. And do comment it your scores, because I want to know how much you are learning. Are you doing better job than me or not? And I want it to be interactive as well. So go ahead, do it. And if you want to support the channel more, you can become a member. And I think that's about it. Thank you for spending your time here by watching this video. I really appreciate it. See you in the next video. Have a great day. All the best with whatever you are doing. Peace out.